A tiny second. So yeah, I think now it is working. So yeah, what are we going to do? We will try to remember now the comparative and superlative structures that we talked about last time. So
Mm-hmm.
the moment I'm going to show you my screen. Yes, here we go. And as you remember, last time we were speaking about big and small differences of things. So look at these boxes. Are they the same or different?
Different.
Different. Is the box a lot bigger or a little bigger? The box
A lot.
a
Big.
lot bigger. Yeah. So B and A. And here we will have as well A and B. So, okay, I can say that B is a lot bigger than A. Ekaterina, what else can I use instead of the phrase a lot? I could say a lot bigger. What else can I say?
Much.
Much bigger. Very good. I can say much bigger. What else?
More.
More, no.
Нет.
More это если бы у меня был не bigger, а, например, какой-нибудь beautiful. Тогда бы я сказала much more beautiful. Yeah? So, but much shows that the difference is big. We also can say far bigger. Yeah, far bigger. And I would also say a great deal bigger. Yeah. Or far bigger. And these four phrases show that the difference is very big. So they make it stronger. Okay. Here B is also bigger, but B is how much bigger?
A few. A little.
A little, very good. A little bigger than A. What else can we say instead of a little to show that the difference is small? A little, a bit, a bit, yeah, a bit. And we had one more, slightly. Slightly, yeah. I think that was all. A bit, a little, and slightly. Yes, this is right. And slightly. And these three words would show that the difference is not a lot, not very big. Yeah. What if I'll show you a different situation? Ekaterina, I see you from
it's me.
Yes, I see you now. Here we go. What if you see this third situation? Are they the same or different?
The same.
The same. How can I say it? I can say that A is the same as B, but what else? How else can I say this idea?
They are not different.
They are not different. That's also good. I can also say A is as big as B. Right? Using this phrase as. Yeah? As big as. All right. But in the other situations, I would say A isn't as big as B, because B is bigger, a negative one. Yeah. Right. And I've got one more situation here, this one and this one, and this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C. What can you say about C?
C is a lot bigger than A.
Yeah, okay, but then we
A
don't.
and B.
Okay, okay. That's true, or we can say like that. C is by far the biggest. By far the biggest. Самый-самый большущий. By far. Yeah, by far. Или, если помните, в тот раз у нас еще были фразы с ever. Я могу так сказать. C is the biggest ever. Yeah, the biggest ever. So you can say by far the biggest or the biggest ever. Yeah?
Yeah.
Это когда самый-самый среди многих. Okay. One more thing, Екатерин, just quickly to remember, how would you say? Чем больше, тем лучше.
The
Yes.
bigger, the better.
Very good. So this one, the bigger, the better. Yes? The bigger, the better. Okay. So we remember that we need this there and comparative form of the adjective. Yeah? The bigger, the better. Чем больше, тем лучше. Super. Okay. Very nice. So do you want me to make a screenshot for you?
Yeah.
Yes, do you think it will be a useful scheme, right? Okay, I'll send it now to you. Yeah, so you might want to use it during the lesson today.
I made screenshot myself.
Ah, okay, fine. Yeah, but just probably you will want to have it on computer anyway. So right. This is so lovely. Okay. We're going to try it out. So I'm sending it. Yes, it will probably take a second. Oh, okay, now it's there. Right. So, okay, we're going to try it out. And today we will be speaking about rivals a little bit more. And as many people say that siblings are the biggest rivals. Ekaterina, do you remember the word sibling that we came across last time? Sibling. Who is that? Siblings.
Близнецы?
Not necessarily. These are just brothers and sisters. Yeah, they don't have to be twins. What you say? Are twins? Yeah. Siblings, they are just brothers and sisters. Это не обязательно близнецы, должны быть просто братья и сестры. Yeah? Right. So, Екатерина, what about you personally? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have a young brother.
Okay.
He is 38 old, and we haven't been rivals ever.
Yes, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. What about the period when you were teenagers? Did you get on well?
Yes, but our friendship was not very close. But we have 5 years of our differences.
Yeah.
And I has my own girlfriends, and he had his own friends. But then when we became older, of course, we have very warm relationship, and usually we help each other, but My brother is very talented.
Mhm.
He works in construction office and construct the planes.
Mhm.
They graduate aviation institute. It was his child's dreams about any planes. And he can construct the plane. Then he can take part in building this plane. Mm,
Mhm.
uh, my, uh, and then he can sit um, the plane as the second pilot
Mhm.
and make the first запуск.
The first start. Yeah, the first.
The first start and Господи, полететь так, and fly and fly me. And I'm very proud of my brother. And of course, we are not rivals because
Mhm.
we has very different profession and там каждый из нас
Each of us. Mhm.
each of us is successful in his own profession. So
Amazing. This is very, very good. Yes. I mean, yeah, when people grow up, yeah, they don't usually have a lot of reasons to compete. But when they're teenagers, yeah, they often compete who is better at school, who is quieter at home, and so on, so on. But maybe you are totally right about the age difference. Yeah, your age is your difference is 5 years. Plus, you've got
and
different gender.
gender
Yeah,
difference. If
yeah,
we
that's
are two sisters, maybe we were rivals and so
That's
on.
true.
But boy and girl, no, we haven't been rivals.
Okay, Eva, this is lovely. This is lovely. A little later, we will speak about your children because you've got boys, right? And that's maybe a little bit different thing. You will tell me about it a little later, just after we have a look at some text about sisters and brothers, about siblings, and what people think in here. So, Yekaterina, I'd like you to look at the little text which is given here about siblings, right? And how fierce their competition is. And you've got here 3 comments. I will also ask you to complete these comments, okay? Um,
Mhm.
Above in the box, you've got the words and phrases that you need to use in this text. Of course, use our new structures. Yeah. For example, if we have by far, you will definitely use something there, the biggest, the most, the greatest, and so on. Yeah. As должно быть еще где-то as. Ну, в общем, посмотрите.
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to give you some time. Try to complete it yourself. And when you are ready, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm?
I start. Yeah.
Yeah, so take your time and tell me when you are ready. Uh-huh.
Mhm. I think I'm ready,
Mhm.
but maybe I made a few mistakes. I
Right.
don't know.
No worries about it. Let's check it out. Let's see what we have. So, okay, Ekaterina, let's read it, yes, and discuss what words we use in every gap. Okay, let's go. For many people,
For many people, by far the greatest rival they will ever face is their own brother or sister.
very good. By far, because we have this superlative form, by far the greatest, yeah? Good, okay, go on.
Studies have shown that while growing up, siblings spend much more time with each other.
Mhm.
The-
Yeah, much more, okay. Yes.
It is correct?
Yes, it's good. Much more time with each other.
Кто-то звонил, и наушники сбились.
Uh,
Слышно?
very, very badly.
Так слышно?
Okay, yes, it's fine. It's fine.
Ага.
Often this isn't all smooth sailing. А как перевести? То есть это не так легко, как процесс не такой легкий.
Да, smooth это такой гладкий. То есть они не проплывают там очень гладко, да, вот этот процесс общения. Мгм.
One study found that siblings aged 3 to 7 fought on average 3.05 or нет,
3,5 or 3.5.
3.5 times per hour.
per hour.
Yes. 3 to 7. I
Yeah.
think it's true.
Makes sense. Okay.
The closer siblings were in age,
Мгм.
the more
Мгм.
frequent the disagreement.
Very good. Because the closer, the more. Yeah?
Чем ближе,
Чем-
тем более
Верно.
часто.
Верно. Okay. The closer, the more. Ага.
Rivalry still exists,
Мгм.
but is, здесь не знаю, может, slightly less.
Just a moment. So rivalry
less
still
obvious.
exists, but is of different genders. Yes, but is slightly less. Very good. Slightly less.
Obvious among
Obvious.
siblings
Мгм.
of different genders.
Okay.
Obvious – это нечто очевидно или
Очевидно, ага. Мгм. Немножко менее очевидно, да, среди братьев-сестер разного пола, которые.
Мгм.
Не такая
Interesting.
интенсивная у них.
As my example.
Yes, just like your example, exactly.
Interestingly, some studies indicate that where one siblings shows
Мгм.
as a skill at certain activity, так, что-то я не... нет, не то, я ошиблась. The most. Sibling shows the most skill.
Not really, because the most needs to be used with any adjective, but skill is not an adjective.
More of a...
More of a skill, yes. I'd say more of a skill at, yeah. Very good. Yes, because it is a noun, yeah? So that's the reason.
Skill at a certain activity, the other sibling may avoid that activity altogether. Experts say parents can reduce sibling rivalry by treating children as equally as possible.
Mhm. Very nice. As equal as possible. That's so cool. As possible. Yeah. Right. Ekaterina, now let's look at comments. Yeah. What do people say about their experiences? So, Julie.
Julie, my sister is just a little less younger.
A little. We can say a little or
A little bit. A
bit.
little bit.
Yeah. A little bit. That's good.
A little bit younger than me, 11 months.
Mhm.
Whatever hobbies I took up, she wanted to copy them.
Yes.
When I was taking tennis lessons, she also decided to start and before long became far more better player.
Far more. Have a look.
Yeah.
Better is already a comparative form, and you need stronger. So she became
A much
a much.
better player.
It doesn't suit as well. She became a much better player. That's right, Ekaterina. A much better player. A much better. Yes, totally right. So we make it stronger. Yeah, a much better player. Good.
Так, это у нас 8.
A much better player.
Так, the same thing happened with dance, violin, and swimming. It really was the most frustrating thing ever.
Yes, the most frustrating thing ever. Yes, with this superlative form ever. Yeah, in the end, the most frustrating thing ever. Very nice. Go on. What is a seems experience?
My twin brother is
I know what comes here.
far more.
I think we need to take it from here, you know, from the one we've already used. More of a.
More of a clown.
Yes, and we will get back to number 5 a bit later. He's more of a clown. То есть, ну, он больше похож на клоуна, больше, чем я, да, больше дурачится.
Так, а там как тогда?
А там вернемся, глянем. Угу.
More of a clown than me, I'm quite shy and reserved.
Угу.
The more people laugh, the more jokes he makes.
There, yeah, the more jokes he makes. True.
I've never really tried to be funny because I'll never be as entertaining as he is.
Yes, very good. Lovely.
Marcus.
And Marcus, yeah?
I'm the 6th of 7 siblings and we've always got on well. Probably more easily than some other families.
Very good.
Because my parents were very strict about being fair and kind. Fair.
Fair and kind,
We are as close as ever these days. In fact, we all live less than 10 minutes walk from each other.
Yeah, totally right. Less than. Okay, so we've got here as close as, less, and we've got only far more skill. Shows far more skill. So let's look. Some studies indicate that where one sibling shows far more skill, at a certain activity. Не очень, мне нравится far more skill. Но больше ничего не подходит. Yes, so
Потому что это существительное.
Мгм.
Skill.
Я бы сказала far better skill, вот что-то такое. Far better, much more. Но тут такого варианта нету, тогда окей, far more skill, yeah? Far more. Потому что мне бы хотелось это прилагательное, это существительное каким-то прилагательным описать, да? Ну, например, far better, far more confident, что-нибудь такое. Ну, окей, тут имеется в виду получше skill показывают, да? Shows far more skill. Окей. Okay, suits as well. Suits as well. Good. All right. So, Yekaterina, you said it makes sense. Yeah, what the article says that children at the age of 3 to 7 fight 3.5 times per hour.
Даже что-то не сообразила, как «будьте здоровы» сказать.
Yes, bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. Mhm. Thank you so much. Bless you. Yeah, it is in English. Right. So, looking at these article and the people's experiences, what can you say about your kids? Do you think they are rivals at some points? Do they fight more than any other children? Or do you think they get on well and they don't compete between each other?
I think it is a very complicated theme. I don't know exactly are they rivals, but as in my example with my brother, they have different skills. For example, the eldest brother is a break dancer, and his dance are very cute. But the middle brother hates break dance.
Okay.
They tried to do it. He visited break dance camp, not in the country, but in the city. City camp.
Yes.
And he hated breakdance. But the middle brother is the very talented singer. He loves the music, singing, music techniques, and he has a lot of music environment, там какие-то пульты, колонки, там провода.
Okay, right. Speakers, wires.
Yes, but the eldest brother doesn't any understand about it. He is far from this stuff. So it's very difficult for me to say about their rivalry. But sometimes I think they fight for parents' loves, maybe.
Yes, and attention,
parents' attention, and our kind, and they обижаться.
You can say they get sad. They get sad.
They get sad when we cross with one of they, and we are kind with another brother. So and for example, when Dima, the eldest brother, see that Sasha sings or organized any home concert, he's very interested. He very interested in it.
Было хорошо. He's very interested.
But I think he is upset then he can't do it. Organize concert and so on.
Right, right. Okay, this is very interesting point. So that means a younger brother does not try to copy, yes, the other brother's activity, like in Julia's example. Yeah, she said, whatever I tried, my younger sister tried to copy me. So
Uh,
this is not the case.
The third son tried to copy. He tries to copy break dance
Mhm.
and consider the middle brother
And he considers, да, не забывайте, если he for
consider.
S. Yeah. Ага.
He tries to take part in his concerts, and Sasha allows him to take part in his concert. Not so only allows, he invites him, and
Okay.
he gives him a main role and any interesting activity during his concerts.
Very kind of him. Yeah. So that means he doesn't compete at all. Yeah. That's so lovely. Good. Ekaterina, do you agree with the very last point here, which says experts say parents can reduce sibling rivalry by treating children as equal as possible and as fair as possible? Do you think it affects a lot, and that is the result of your parents' work actually, that the children are not rivals?
Of course, parents have to grow
Mhm.
their children in and treat them,
Yes.
of course, as equally as possible.
Uh-huh.
And the main fact is that parents mustn't to
Oh, two после mustn't нету. Mustn't and the
mustn't
verb.
mustn't compare
Mhm.
children each other,
Mhm.
but parents can compare the child with his own,
Yeah. Mhm, mhm.
not with another brother, but only with his own.
Yes, with his progress. Yeah, look at his progress, look at his development. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's a very important and good point, because many children, yeah, would be compared. Aha, look at your sister, she is studying hard. Look at your sister or brother, he is a good dancer. And what about you? Yeah, that's the common things. Okay, very nice, Ekaterina. Thank you. Good answers and good examples, right? So your children are lucky to be free to try and do their own hobbies, yes, and try out what they like. Yes,
Yeah,
cool.
maybe. Yeah.
I'm sure about it. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about success, about children, and about rivalry. I'm going to show you just a moment, some statements. Here we go. Can you see them now?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, very nice. So we have some statements here. I'd like you to look at the statements and tell me, do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? And why? When we discuss, we need to do our best to use different comparative adjectives, yes? Like a lot better, a lot bigger, the more the better, and any other, okay? So let's look at the very first one and we'll decide if we agree or disagree with it.
Luck plays more of a role in success than most people think.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say? Do you agree with it or not?
Mm, It depends.
Mm-hmm.
I think then luck's role is not much is not much more
Mm-hmm.
uh, than the most people think. I'm not agree.
I don't agree, yeah.
I don't agree with the high role of luck in success. I
Uh-huh.
think it is hard work
Mhm.
in the first place.
Yes. Okay. Try this way. Усердная работа играет самую-самую большую роль ever в конец. Вот таким образом.
Hard work
Мгм.
plays
Мгм.
the greatest role in success ever.
Ever. Super good. Yes. So this way it shows that it is the biggest role. Yeah. So hard work plays plays the biggest role ever. Yeah, that was very, very nice. Or, Ekaterina, you can also say the same sentence in that way. Hard work plays by far the biggest role. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is also a good one. Okay, lovely, lovely. I agree with you that hard work is very important, but I would agree a little bit that luck plays an important role too, because you need to be lucky to come to a contact with some important people. For example, there are many talented people, right? But not everyone becomes successful. But having a contact with people who can help you to promote is also a great thing. So hard work and a little bit luck can bring people to great success. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you must you must have soft skills and cleverness
Yeah,
that to contact with these people.
definitely true. Definitely true. Soft skills these days are by far the most important we need, right?
Right.
Exactly. Okay, good. Ekaterina, what about now? Next one, what would you say?
I'm far more interested in competing against myself than
Мгм.
against other people.
Окей.
Соревнуюсь сама с собой, что ли?
Ага. Мне это интереснее, чем с другими. Ну, например, сегодня, so tomorrow I'll be better than today, but not competing with other people.
I don't know. I have never think about it
Ага.
about myself competing.
Ага. Okay. Well, I'd say for me, both are true, depending on, depending on the topic. For example, if I do sports, yes, it motivates me to compete with other people. That is why I like going to group trainings, because I see some people and they are doing a lot faster, a lot better than me. So I try to compete and be as good as they. Yeah. But if it comes to education, if it comes to knowledge, right, and if it comes to career, I like competing to myself, yeah, because I know my progress, I know what I need to get. So it depends, but as for sports, it's definitely true for me. Yeah, I like competing with other people. What
What
about
about
you?
sports? It's true for me to competing against myself.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
realized it, but
Right.
earlier I can run for about 3 minutes on treasure. That now I realized that I can 20 minutes in
Yes.
hard
Yeah.
trainer.
Right. So in sports, we are different. We are a little different. Yes, I need a group to motivate me for that.
Okay, I see.
Cool. All right. What about the next one? Third.
Just a second. I must.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. One child.
Okay.
People tend to become much more stubborn with age.
Mm-hmm.
I think yes.
Yes. Okay. Why is that? How can you illustrate it?
Illustrated about my parents, maybe,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
or any old relatives.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on situation, maybe. But generally, yes.
Yes.
The older, the much more stubborn.
Yeah, it makes sense for me as well. I would quite agree with you. Maybe also the older, the better they know what they like, what they want, right? What they need in life. And that also plays a role. And yes, the older, the less flexible people get. Yeah. Uh-huh. Very nice. Let's look at the next one.
The more confident someone is, the
Mhm.
more successful they will be. Not always.
Mhm. Mhm.
You can be a confident and reserved person, and you can't be successful always.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think being confident is a good thing and it helps people to get success, right? But totally agree with you, not always. Yeah, not always. If you're confident but reserved, it's becoming more difficult, much more difficult, right?
It is not the main trait of character.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, but what I think is important when a person is confident, he or she is not afraid to make mistakes. Yeah, maybe he or she knows or is sure what he or she does. And this is what helps. But you're absolutely right. It's not the most important trait of character ever. Hmm? Good. All right. How about the next one? Sports again.
In sport, genetics are as important as hard work.
Okay. What do you think?
I think genetics are not much more important. Important, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think hard work and genetics plays the same roles in
Yeah.
sport. And sometimes the only genetics is insufficient,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and hard work is plays more main. Так, запутал.
Yeah. Hard work plays a bigger role.
A
Yeah.
bigger
A bigger
role.
role. Yeah. So according to this sentence, they say they are the same. Yeah. Genetics and hard work are the same. Yeah. They are both important. Yes, so it makes sense, right? Because take the runners, yes, the fastest runners tend to be people with long legs, yeah, and very often, oh,
I'm sorry, the calls.
Okay, okay.
Constantly coming.
Right. So I'd say yes, genetics in sport plays very significant role. Yes, you can't be the fastest runner if you are short. Yes, and if you don't have long legs. So that's significant. But of course, if you don't work hard, you also don't achieve anything. Both are as important as each other. Ekaterina, what's next point? Can
I'm
zoom.
by far the most competitive person in my family.
True for you or not?
Вот как вот все-таки здесь перевести вот competitive?
Самая такая, ну как вот сказать, кто любит посоревноваться?
No.
No?
I'm a silent person,
Yes.
calm and silent,
Good. What do you think? Who is by far the
lazy,
most?
sometimes lazy.
Yes. Good. What do you think? Who is by far the most competitive person is in your family?
I don't
No.
know.
Good. Right.
It's
Mhm.
of course it is very hard to say. I don't know what to say about it. Our children is are not very competitive. They как, стремиться.
Aim. Yeah, aim. Цель,
They
aim.
don't aim to be, for example, the first pupil in the classes.
Mhm.
One son told that he want to achieve any success in singing or and so on, but he is lazy and doesn't work hard in it. I don't know.
Yes. Well, that's so cool, but sounds like you all have good nerve system, you know. No one is under a lot of pressure to achieve super high results and to be always the first.
Anyway, my eldest son recently took part in a competition of breakdance,
Mhm.
and he made any success. He came through the second tour and so on. But finally, his rival
Mhm.
won.
Okay.
And my son was not very upset. Напротив, although.
But the opposite, yes, but the
But the opposite, he was happy to visit competition for the first time, and it was very interesting for him. He does not warn.
Yeah. This is fantastic. I mean, it's so cool when children can enjoy the process and when they can enjoy the way, not only the result, you know, not only the first place,
Absolutely.
but the process. It's wonderful. Okay, very good. So, Ekaterina, let's take the next one. As fantastic as it is.
As fantastic as it is to represent a country in an elite sport, I wouldn't want to. Я бы не хотела.
Не хотела бы, yeah. So even though it's fantastic, I still wouldn't like. Uh-huh.
Of course, I'm not elite sportsman
Uh-huh.
to represent my country. And if I were elite sportsman and I was a successful sportsman, maybe I would want to.
Yes. Right. The same truth for me, but I believe the sportsmen that represent the country in some competition, they are under a lot of pressure, yes, because they know the whole country is waiting, is expecting good results. So it's a lot of pressure, and it's not only your success, yeah, but it's the success of all the country in the end. But if you fail, it's also not only your failure, but the failure of all country. So it's not an easy
It's
thing.
awful.
Yeah, it's awful. I wouldn't like it, to be honest. Yes, I wouldn't like it. Okay, what about next one?
The closer countries are situated
Geographically?
geographically,
Yeah.
the greater their rivalry.
Okay.
Oh, it's awful situation.
Yes.
Consider our political situation in the world.
True.
It's true.
It's true. We can say these days it is true, yes. Right, because the stronger the countries are, the more they want, and generally speaking, yeah, everyone is. I mean, many countries are fighting between each other. So
Fighting about their borders,
yeah,
for example, yeah.
that's true. Fighting for their borders, fighting for their defense, or for their territories, whatever. Yeah. So I would agree with that. And it's been always like that. I think so. Yeah. Good. And what
Absolutely.
about next one?
Older siblings are far less likely to be outrageous.
Outrageous. Uh-huh.
Это что такое?
Let me think how to explain it to you. Just a moment. Maybe I get a good definition. So, just a moment. So the definition says outrageous is an extreme reaction of anger, shock, and so on. This is outrageous. Ну, такие, как бы так хорошо сказать, такие взбалмошные. Yeah?
Взбалмошные?
Mm-hmm.
Older
Outrageous.
far less likely. Maybe yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Example in my children.
Uh-huh.
The eldest son is the most outrageous in our family, but the middle son much more, so not much, less, more calm.
Less more calm. He is a little calmer. Yeah, he is a little calmer.
And the youngest is confident and calm person.
Okay. But have a look. This sentence says the opposite. Older siblings are far less likely.
Less, то есть меньше,
Да,
менее.
скорее всего, они не будут такими outrageous, взбалмошными.
Why?
I don't know. You can disagree with that.
Что за закономерность?
Yeah. Right.
I think no.
No, you think no. Okay, that's lovely. I don't know, it's difficult to say. I think it depends on personality. But maybe sometimes it's true because older siblings often need to take care a little bit of younger children or look after them or be a life model. And that is why they will be a little less outrageous, but difficult to say. Difficult. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know too.
Right. And how about the last one?
I'm more of a dreamer than a doer.
Doer. It's from the verb do, doer. So dream, you know.
Мечтатель, чем делатель.
Да, чем делатель. Ага.
No.
No. Okay.
I think I'm exact doer. Of course, I have a lot of dreams, and I haven't possibilities to make my dream to real life real life
To come true. Mhm.
to come true, but I would like to do it, but I haven't any times and so on. But in my life, I think I'm more of a doer than a dreamer.
Yeah. For me, quite the same. Actually, if I can make the idea come true, I would do it immediately, right? So I wouldn't dream about something for a long time. I quite agree with you. I'm more like a doer. The same is for you. Sometimes, of course, there are ideas which I'm thinking about and they never come live. But generally speaking, I think I'm also a doer. Yes. I hate thinking and considering something for too long. It's better to give it an action,
Mhm.
to bring it to action. Very good.
The do the better.
Yeah, that's true. The faster, the better. Yes. Right. Otherwise, you lose energy. The energy goes away and then you never do it. Okay. Ekaterina, thank you very much for interesting ideas and great communication. So
Thank you.
I hope these comparative and superlative adjectives are a little bit easier, yeah, and it would be a great idea if you practice a couple of exercises in your students book. I'll send you the pages, check them out
Okay.
as a practice. Okay,
Okay, I
good,
will
very
try.
good. Nice. Then have a good evening today, right? Have a good rest of the day and see you next week.
Thank you, Margarita. You too.
My pleasure.
Good
See
evening.
you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Thank